Hey, and welcome back to my podcast, Marisa. In my last manifestation episode, I talked a lot about the law of attraction. Today, I'll give you 5 steps on how to detach. When you try to manifest, you consistently try to stay in the mindset of, I live in the reality where I have this goal, this job, this whatever. And sometimes in real life, you want this thing so badly that it can be hard to let it go. The problem with this type of manifestation is that you're too attached to the manifestation. You're giving it too much value. The whole point of manifestation is to live in the reality where you have everything that you want. When you have the things that you want, it doesn't seem like it's just some thing that you're really striving for anymore. How many times have you wanted something so badly that you're just obsessed over it 24/7? It takes up your mind. You're trying to manifest it. You're always thinking and affirming, yes, this is mine. This is my reality. We're taught that the harder we squeeze, the more control we have, but manifestation actually works in the opposite direction. Detachment is like the easiest way for me to explain this is think about holding a little bird in your hands. If you cup your hands together and you just let it gently sit in your palms, it'll feel safe and it'll probably not fly away. But if you tighten your grip on that little bird, it'll feel strangled and it'll try to get away from you. When you open your palms, the little bird feels safe enough to rest in your hands. That's what detachment is. You're not saying that you don't want it or that you don't care about it anymore. You're just saying that you're not going to try and hold on to it and control everything about it. You're just going to let it be. So when you release your grip and you just let it be, it'll stick around. Wanting and wishing for your manifestations implies lack. When you're constantly saying things like, I wish I had this or I want to have that, you're sending out a frequency to the universe saying, I don't have this. On the flip side, knowing and accepting implies abundance. It's the difference between like begging for something and simply placing an order online. You don't sit at the window every 5 minutes stressing about if your package even exists. You just trust and know that it's already yours and it's on its way. This actually reminds me of an example that my little brother shared with me a little while ago. He used to be an Amazon driver, and sometimes people would set up like snack stations on their porches for the drivers like FedEx, Amazon, UPS, to just grab a little treat. And this one particular day, he wanted a snack and a drink, and he was thinking, like, one of these houses has to have some type of snack station. And then he kind of forgot about it. He wasn't thinking, like, okay, this next one has to have it, and then constantly being disappointed when they didn't. And let me be clear, he didn't realize this is kind of what he was doing, but afterwards he told it to me as a manifestation success story. Anyway, so he keeps going throughout his day. He forgot about the desire that he wanted to have a snack station show up at some point. And eventually in that shift, he did find a house that had a snack station and he was able to grab a drink and a snack. Because he wasn't obsessing over the fact that the next house has to have a snack station, he just let it happen naturally and then it happened. So he had the thought, he released the thought, and then he saw the manifestation actually appear in his reality. I know some of you may be thinking that I'm over exaggerating and making this more woo woo than it is, but what's the harm in making life a little bit more magical? Okay, so finally, let's get into the 5 steps of detachment. Step one is self awareness. You need to understand that you are too desperate for this thing. Notice when you're checking your phone obsessively, or you're obsessing over the timeline of this manifestation, or feeling anxious about not having it yet. Awareness is always the first step to shifting your state. Step two is to visualize and understand why you're so attached to this desire. Get honest with yourself. Why are you so attached to this desire and its outcome? What do you think the outcome is going to give you? Is it going to give you peace, security, validation, a warm, fuzzy feeling inside? Once you realize what feeling you're chasing, you can start figuring out how to implement that into your life right now. You don't have to wait for the external thing to happen to give you that feeling. You can cultivate that feeling within yourself right now. It's like when you overthink a bad situation, you can also overthink good situations. Step three is to stop giving it a timeline. Some people call it GUS, which is God, Universe, Source, GUS. But trust in whatever you believe in to make things happen in the timeline that is needed for you. In other words, the timing needs to be right. It could be tonight, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week or next year. Just trust that it's yours and it will come to you when you're ready to receive it. Step four is to become the person who already has it. You may be thinking from step three, okay, well, how do I know when I'm ready to receive it? How do I get more ready to receive it? You make the changes in your life now that prepare you to be the person that has it. There are changes that need to happen in your life now because who you want to be is not who you've been. Otherwise, you wouldn't be manifesting anything. You have to make changes in your life now so that your manifestation can come to you faster. You need to align with the version of yourself that already has your manifestation. Let me give you two examples. For a dream relationship, are you making space in your life and your routine and your heart for a partner? Or is your life so cluttered that there's no room for anybody else? If there's no room for another person to be in your life, or if your schedule is too busy to involve a significant other, you're not going to get a significant other. Second example is a dream job or career. Are you acting with the discipline, the confidence, and the professionalism that a person in that job has? Are you being the type of person that holds that title today? You have to transform yourself into the person that would have that title, or else there's no room in your life for that thing to come. You need to align your daily habits with the future version of you before the physical evidence shows up. Finally, step 5. Know that your desires are yours. They've been yours all along. The reason that the fire burns so strongly within you is because it's meant for you. It's the reason you can't get it out of your head. The reason you can't stop thinking about what your life would be like if you had your desires. They belong to you in a different timeline. Otherwise, it wouldn't have entered your frequency in the first place. Let me give you an example. I've never wanted to be a plumber, so I've never had the desire to be a plumber. That's because I'm never gonna be a plumber. A second example, I want to do social media. I've been doing social media. I've been posting consistently every single day for at least like 18, 19 days. I feel like there's something more for me to offer to the world, and I can't offer that if I work from home. I don't have an office to go to. I don't see that many people throughout the day, but the internet can reach everybody. So because I had that desire of I want to do social media and give what I have to offer to the world, here I am doing these things so that I can achieve the person that I want to be as somebody that does social media. What I'm saying is it's not coincidental. You weren't given these desires without also being given the capacity to achieve them. You can pull them into your reality. It's up to you. So open your hands, let go of the timeline, let the universe do what it's going to do, and bring it to you when the timing is right. Step into the future version of yourself today. When you receive your manifestations, it's like running into an old friend or finding something that's always belonged to you. It feels like it's just right, like it just fits into your life perfectly. And if you've never consciously manifested anything before, start small. There's a little game that people sometimes play where they just manifest like the tiniest little things. Like today, I'm going to see a purple car, or today, I'm going to find a blue butterfly, or today, I'm going to see the number 444. And then they just look for it throughout their day, and they're not super attached to it because it's such a minuscule thing. But because they told their subconscious, hey, I'm looking for this today, then their subconscious is silently scanning the world around them all day until they find that thing. And then they're so amazed, like, oh my gosh, I actually did it. It takes the exact same amount of effort to manifest a blue butterfly as it does to manifest being a millionaire. The problem is detachment. Once you learn to detach from your manifestations, manifesting is so much easier and faster. So the steps are: first, become self aware. Second, visualize the outcome and see why you're so excited about this and why it's so valuable to you. Third, stop giving it a timeline. Just let it happen when it's supposed to happen. Fourth, let it happen faster by stepping into the future version of yourself. Make yourself ready now so that your manifestation can come to you. And fifth, know that it's already yours. Like that Amazon package that you're waiting to be delivered at your doorstep, you know it's yours. You're just waiting for it to arrive. I do have a favorite Neville Goddard YouTube video that I'm going to link in the description below. And it's about being delusional and being able to let go and detach from your desires. If this resonated with you, please hit that follow button and subscribe and check out the Neville Goddard video I linked below. I believe in your power to manifest the life that you want, and you should too. Let me know if you've had any successful manifestation stories in the comments. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.